Hey, glad you came back. You know I got another one for you. Hey, today we're doing another African, a Moroccan dish. Yeah, couscous, right? You got bell peppers in it, right? We're going to be using smoked sausage. I know you're going to enjoy it. Look at this. Yeah, yeah. Check the thumbnail, and you'll see what we're working with. But I'm going to try some of this sausage. Amazing. You got to try this. Okay, so as you know, we're doing couscous. Okay. Now, what a lot of people don't know or don't realize, couscous is not a grain. Okay, it's not like rice, right? It's not like cornmeal, so it's not like grits or polenta. It's actually a pasta, right? So you need to treat it like a pasta, and that's what we're gonna do today. So sit back, put your wig on tight, and enjoy the ride. Hey, this is Shrashira. That's the best elevator music I ever heard. Okay, so for this simple recipe, we're gonna need half of a large onion. We have right here, diced up. We have one red bell pepper that's been diced up, and one green bell pepper that's been diced up. Now the thing about these three is you want to make sure when you dice them up that they're the same size. Okay, that's very important. You don't want big chunks in there. So what I also have here is 2.5 cups of chicken stock, chicken broth if you will, and I have 1 cup of couscous. Now this is the fine couscous, right? Now there are other couscous out there that look like, you know, little pearls, right? Little beads. Now those are called pearl couscous, but we're not working with that. I prefer the fine couscous, okay? And then we have 1 pound of sliced smoked sausage, okay? And that's all you need. So what we're gonna be doing, we're going to saute the vegetables, right? We're gonna brown the sausage, and we're gonna boil the broth. So let's get to it. Okay, so we have our 2 pots here. Well, our pan and our sauce pot. We have the temperature on medium. So on the back here, we're gonna add our chicken broth. Okay, all 2.5 cups. We're gonna bring that to a boil, right? Now for our main pan, we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil in it. Okay, because we're gonna saute our vegetables. Right, so let that warm up a bit, and we're going to saute the vegetables. Now, couscous, it cooks really fast, you know, in respect to other dishes that you cook. So, what I want to do is, me personally, I cook my veggies first, and then I add them to the couscous, okay? Because I'm not a big fan of like crunchy raw vegetables in my couscous, so I do it this way. Right? So let's let this heat up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the onions. Put that in there. And we're going to cook these till they're translucent. Now, if you're not really sure what translucent really means, it means basically when they're almost see-through, okay, and they're soft. You're not really browning them, right? You're just cooking them through. Now, before this gets translucent, I'm going to give it about a minute, 45 seconds or so. You know, maybe 45 seconds, maybe a minute. And then I'm going to add the bell peppers. And I'm going to start off with the green bell peppers. So let's wait about 45 seconds, and then we'll add more. All right, now we're going to add our green bell peppers. Now, it's just preference of mine to add the green bell peppers first. You can have the green, red, yellow, orange. It's up to you. It's just the way I am. I add the green ones first. Give them about a 20-second head start. You know, roughly, give or take, second or two. And then I'll add the next color of bell pepper. Add a little bit more oil here, just barely. Okay, now let's add the red. The red in here. Now give these a stir. I like the colors. Colors are good. Okay, now at this point, we're going to add some pepper, not salt, because in the chicken broth, there's already salt in there, okay? So you don't want to over salt. So we're going to add some pepper. Some pepper in here. There we go. I added about a teaspoon, but you can do it to your taste. It's completely up to you. So now we want to soften the bell peppers. As you can see from the back here, our chicken broth is boiling quite nicely. Everything's good to go. Now what we want to do, we're going to turn the heat off of our vegetables, and we're going to put them into a glass, well in my case I'm using a glass bowl, okay? Here's my glass bowl, and I'm going to put it in the glass bowl. And set this down so I can really put in the work. Okay, so as you can see, it's in the glass bowl. We're going to set this to the side. We're going to add a little bit more olive oil. And now we're going to saute our sausage. Now I'm going to turn down the heat to medium low on our broth, right? Now let's start working on our sausage. Sausage goes in. And we want to brown this. So let's give it a few minutes to brown. Okay, so now real quick, while this is browning, let's redirect our attention to the couscous and the glass bowl. So let's get that going. Okay, so we have our veggies here, our couscous. We're going to add that to the veggies, the whole cup. Now we're going to pour our broth into the whole thing in it. Okay, in a whole. Now let's get this nice and mixed up. So now we want to cover this with some saran wrap and let it sit for 5 minutes. That's all you need, 5 minutes. And then we'll get to the next step. So let me get the saran wrap. Okay, let's get our saran wrap over. Get it nice and covered. Okay. Seal another strip. All right. Get it nice and closed up. Give it 5 minutes, and it'll be ready to go for the next step. Now let's get back to the sausage. Okay, sausage is looking good. Okay, get the sausage going here. We want to brown the sausage, right? Brown the edges. Get that nice caramelization going. Now, when you add oil to your smoked sausage, or any sausage for that matter, remember that as it heats up, it's going to release its own oil, okay? So you don't want to put so much in here that you end up deep frying it. That's not what you want. You just want to crisp up the edges. That's all you need. So let's let this go for a couple minutes. Now keep in mind, when you're browning your sausage, do it to your taste, right? Do it to your texture. You don't have to follow mine. My recipes are just a guide, right? To maybe help you enhance what you already know, or teach you something new that you didn't know. Right? So whatever your flavor profile is, you can modify my recipes to make your experience a whole lot better. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So let's brown this a little more. Alright, so you see this? This is what I want. That caramelization, the crispy edges, that's what I want. I'm not going to say crispy corners because clearly they're circles. Circles don't have corners. So crispy edges. And now we're going to turn the heat off. And now let's get back to the couscous. Alright, let's check our couscous. It's been 5 minutes. It should have expanded. And now what you have to do at this point is you want to fluff it up, okay, to stop the cooking. Okay, so I'm going to be using 2 forks and we're going to fluff it up. You see that? Just fluff it up so it can stop steaming. Because if you don't do that, you're going to end up with some mushy, real mushy couscous. And that's where people mess up. I don't want you to mess up. I want you to enjoy the couscous. So fluff it up. Let all the heat out. All the steam, let it get out. So fluff it up. If you don't fluff it up, you're going to have a bad day. I don't want you to have a bad day. I want you to enjoy it. All right, we're going to give this about another minute, and then we're going to fluff it again. We're back, fluffing again. Just let the steam out. That's what we want. Yep, you can still probably see a little steam wisping out of there. But we want to keep doing it until we don't see that steam anymore. And that may take a couple minutes. Be vigilant. Take your time. It's going to be worth it. All right, let's give it another minute. All right, it's all fluffed up, good to go. Now it's time to plate up. All right, let's get our sausage. Place some sausage on here. Okay. Add some couscous right in the center. There we go. A little sausage for the top. A little sausage. Maybe let me get one more. Oh, calm down. Calm down. Clean this up a bit. See what we working with. This is a bell pepper, onion couscous with smoked sausage. Okay? Try this recipe out. You're gonna enjoy it. And if you've never made couscous, what are you waiting for? Let's get in with the get in. Okay? It's gonna be delicious. This is Shrashira. Hey, comment, like, share it. Hey, hit me up on Instagram so you can see what's coming up next. I am out because it's time to eat. Oh, and as I was eating the couscous and the sausage, I remember. Hey, check it out. When you're making the couscous, you know you did it right. Right? If you're eating it and the pasta is dancing around your mouth, it won't stay in one spot. That's how you know you did it justice. Okay? If it's all clumped up and mushed up together, it's not right. Okay? It should be dancing. It should be having a festival in your mouth. And that's how you know it's good. All the flavors, the sweetness from the bell peppers, the tanginess from the onions, you know, the savoriness from the chicken broth, it should all meld together. One big happy party. So keep that in mind. So if your mouth is not happy, you messed up somewhere, go backtrack and try again. Now I'm out.